what up, everybody? It's your host, Al Mega, for a special Comic Crusaders podcast. Today, we're covering some music. That's right. We're getting into some business right here. But before we even get into that, let me introduce my extended family that's going to be co-piloting with me. First, the one and only spaceman himself, Caleb Taylor. What's popping, brother?
Hey.
And then, of course, we got my new Comic Crusader in the business, in the house, the one and only Sever the Bard. Hey!
Salutations, gentlemen. What's good, audience?
What's good? What's good? Now, guys, tonight we're going to have a fun podcast, yo. We got an awesome band right here. Folks, they are an in-your-face blend of post-hardcore, swancore, and metalcore. Let me introduce the Virginia post-hardcore band, Pulses. First, we got Caleb and Kevin. Hey, what Taylor, up? No relation. Hey. No relation to my Taylor over here. Although we were joking, this is probably the Mirrorverse. Who knows? And then we got the one and only Matt as well. Hey. What up,
What's
family?
Up?
How you doing?
How's it going?
All right.
Guys, we are fired up to get into this business. Yo, you guys are amazing. Your music is hard. It's now. It's fire. You had me vibing in my chair all day. I hope I don't break the springs in these. I need to start throwing some elbows because it's like, amazing music, yo. And shout out to Dodgy right there with the wepa. Oh yeah, no, that's Australia in the business right there. All right. So, folks, first question always, because it's always my favorite question. You guys are an amazing man based out of Virginia, but how did you guys even connect? What's the origin story of Pulses?
You got it, Caleb.
All right, yeah. So basically, how it came to be was, I was in high school. It was in my senior year of high school. This was 2015, and before I graduated high school, I wanted to participate in my school's Battle of the Bands. So
Battle of the Bands. They really did that back in your school. Cool.
Yeah, it was funny enough. It was like the only one like that happened while I was even at school. And I was
really?
like, oh great, this occurred like right before I graduated. So I was like, I got to do it.
Nice.
So
it was
I was
meant
gonna,
for you, kid.
Yeah. And so I had gotten a couple like these two dudes I knew from middle school to like join it with me. And they ended up bailing on me like 2 weeks before. So I was just like, all right, I still want to do this. So I went ahead and was like, all right, let me grab my brother, Kevin, on drums. And then this dude I knew in my IC class, David, he was just like, yeah, I play a little bit of bass. And I was just like, yeah, we'll see. But he ended up, being like one of the best bassists I've known and still to this day know. So it was just the three of us. And we did that Battle of the Bands. And we were just like, well, we didn't suck that bad. So let's try and continue this. And that's pretty much, yeah.
So you had a good reception at the show from the fam?
Yeah, it was pretty good. We lost. It was pretty good. It's like we couldn't beat out the pretty boy band that played Shut Up and Dance, like Walk the Moon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
These two guys, how dare they, for shame.
And it's like we played FCP Remix by Fall Troy at that place and still lost.
Oh. Wow. Insane.
But
go ahead, Spaceman. I mean, okay, Matt. So go ahead. So how did you feel about this whole introduction into this joint right here?
Yeah, so I joined like years later.
Okay. So how many years later we're talking?
Like I don't know, when was that?
It was three into it.
3 into it, yeah.
3? Okay.
Yeah, I joined. I've been in it for about half of it now. I think. But yeah, I used to host a festival that I booked them for like super last minute. Someone dropped off. And like one of my other friends had sent me their stuff, and I'm like, yeah, they're cool. I'll put them on. And then they played like first at like super early in the morning, but it was sick. And then we just
that was everybody's breakfast. You have posters for breakfast. I mean, with that, that's crazy, son.
Yeah, but and then so we just stayed connected for a while, and then I started like playing shows whenever I was in the area because I was going to college in Philly at that time, and then just. I moved back here and they were like, hey, you want to join? I was like, cool. So been here ever since.
That's simple, huh? Like, you want to join the club? All right. Yeah. Why not?
Pretty much. I mean, there was no questioning it really. I was just like, yeah, definitely.
Love it, love it. So, Spaceman, the floor is yours, kiddo.
I always liked how you kind of just immediately caught in on the flow of how they were, and even as like Alex left out, like you picked up the reins and matched his energy, and then like still brought your own element to it. And my hands it's still going higher. So like, I think it's really nice that you were able as a band to be able to find someone that could continue in the direction that you're wanting to go, and not having to like heavily alter anything about yourselves, and like finding someone that's just as ludicrous and insane as y'all are.
Yeah,
but it's beautiful.
Good fit.
You know, it's a real nice thing to have. So I think it's like kudos for y'all, dude, coming across that.
It's like that was our thing. Kind of was just like, well, that's how we've always been as like the band back when we were 4 before he joined. Was like we're friends first. So
Beautiful.
that's how we've always been like real close with each other. And then even back then we were just like, I don't, or for me, I was like, I don't need another guitarist. I'll be fine. But then it was just like we met him and we gelled a lot just as friends. And also he's a dope ass musician. So I'm just like, all right, let's just make this happen. You know,
I'm sorry.
I wasn't looking, but we just found him.
I didn't even ask this part of the origin story though, but were you taught to play your instruments and whatnot and sing, or is this something you did of your own free will? Like I enjoy this and taught yourselves.
At least for me, I took lessons for guitar for like 2 years or something, and then the rest of it kind of self-taught. So I like learned the basics of that. But then I was also in the orchestra in school, so that kind of facilitated my like musical background as well. And I feel like, you know, those skills kind of went around. I didn't start singing at all until doing this band. So
okay. What about you, Mac? I see you got like 50 guitars in the behind you. So like, geez, so much of a show up. Like, yeah, check me out.
Yeah, they're just, you know, convenient. They're all reachable. But yeah, I took guitar lessons for most of my life from like 6th grade on, I think. And then I went to college for music composition, so I've got like a decent musical background, I guess.
All right, there you go.
But we all have like a different level of I think it's cool. Like we all have a different level of like training, I guess you could call it. But we all like match the same level a lot of the time. So I don't know. It's cool.
And before Seva does the downward dog on us, go ahead, Seva. Floor is yours, brother.
Yeah, y'all ain't seen that one. That'll be on the OnlyFans joint.
Clothes on though. They're changing the rules.
Like you gotta be careful.
On.
You gotta be careful. Can't be too explicit on there no more.
Yeah, but I'm curious. So one of you gentlemen is hailing from PA. How did you guys end up in Virginia? What was that music scene like, and how was it kicking down the door in the VA and the DMV as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, I lived in West Virginia before I moved to PA for college, so I was like in the area close enough. But I don't know. I played in a lot of bands like in the Virginia scene, like in high school and everything. But then it kind of all like I feel like the scene in general kind of just disappeared.
Like Northern Virginia, I feel like, at least when I was like growing up, didn't really have like a big presence for like DIY, like Northern Virginia specifically. But like we're like 30 minutes out from DC, and DC is popping. You know, DC's always got like all sides of the coin. Like whether they got like the go-go scene is huge, but like punk scene is huge. You know,
really.
So it's just like.
So
you got a lot.
There's
going
good
on.
energy in DC now that New York is the new murder capital, right?
So it's just like, you know, we have a scene going on here. It's like pretty, I don't know, like it's kind of tight knit, and it's kind of like you got to know people to get in. But you know, once you just start playing out, and people see you, they see your vibe, they understand where you're coming from, then you start making friends. It's not like difficult or anything.
So,
do you guys have any crazy like gatekeeper stories for when you were kicking down the door?
Oh man,
yeah, true, yeah, man. That's a great question. So,
I can't think of anything off top, because I mean it's just like it's mostly in the sense of if they're gatekeeping, they're just not gonna talk to us. I ain't gonna hear about it.
I mean, like I feel like the only thing that we got is like some of our stuff, you know, is like it's a little heavier on some sides, but some sides is like poppier. So they'll put us on like rosters with like metalcore bands or like beatdown bands or something like that. And they're like, oh, what's with these guys? It's like they're probably like not gonna vibe with us. But it's like, no, we like all sides of the coin. You know, we're down. So it's like once they see us play and they see how we act and like stuff like that, that's when like they can take off the mask and like just kind of understand that we're all in it to have a good time. So I mean, we haven't got like too much shit, not at least not in person. Like we get more shit online.
Of course. Keyboard gangsters. Who needs them? Get out of here, yo. As Puerto Ricans say, esos son toto, no sirven para nada. They trash cats, yo. Don't even worry about them. You know what I mean? So
for real.
Yeah, man. So that's something I'm curious about then. So what was your first exposure to like a huge audience outside of the Battle of the Bands? You know what I mean? Like, what was that first time that you actually had like, okay, I got booked to something real?
Let's see. I always think about like the first time we actually got booked for like a national touring act. I want to say was Kurt Travis.
Yeah.
We opened for Kurt Travis, and the bill was like a Marionette, Kurt Travis, and Lemmy J. Buxley. And then if you don't know, Kurt Travis was at one point the front man for Dance Gavin Dance, and we opened for him in a skate park.
In a skate park? Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was.
I mean, your music is fitting for that too, man. I mean, it has that new energy to it, that new metal energy.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah, it was a great time. So that was probably the first one, that we like actually got with our like local promoter, and he booked us for it, and we got some people watching, and from there that started that kind of relationship with him where we were continuing to get more shows as people came through.
This skate park was in DMV?
Yeah. It was.
Yo, what's the skate scene like out there? Because I'm from Cali, and Venice Beach gets it cracking. So what's it like over there?
Oh, y'all got us beat for sure. But like I know, like when I was growing up, like I knew hella skater kids, and back when like they had one in the mall for a minute, and they took it out like an indoor skate park, and then they had Fear Cliff, which was like the down home DIY type shit. Like like it's like one dude running the place. I think it used to be like an old like firehouse or something like that. But they just tore that down like 3 years ago. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't skate myself, but I've always been down for like anybody that does, and I've always vibe with it. So I was like raised on like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, you know what I'm saying? Like music and everything. So, but like it's chill out here for skating. I mean, you can get around, but there's not a whole lot of like activity. But I see my people, throwing down here.
That's hilarious, because I actually went on a skateboard a couple of years ago in the basement when I went to visit my mom's. I found a skateboard in the basement while we were cleaning up the basement. I start, hitting the board, and my baby brother says, "Yo, Al, you know how to skateboard?" I swear to God, at the moment he finished that question, I was looking like Jesus on the ground. You know what I mean?
Come on, now you should have dropped in.
I tried. I was like, he's like, "You okay?" I was like, "Shut up." Bro, man, falling at my age, that shit is crazy. I was about to get that. Where's my button? I'm falling and I can't get up. You know what I mean? I'm showing my age, folks. That's an old ass commercial.
We got it.
We got it.
So, Spaceman, I know you got more questions. I just want to keep directing this. My homie's there. His beard is blending into the dark, so all we see is kind of his face. Say, look, that's scary.
I have so many questions. No,
we're here for it. All of it.
No, it's funny you brought up Dance Gavin Dance, because it's actually how I came across y'all. I was looking for bands similar to Dance Gavin Dance and Fall of Troy, and that's when I actually discovered Bandcamp, and y'all were like one of the prominent ones. And then like Bouquet is the one that like set me off. And then, like, I've been listening to y'all for like 4+ years at this point. Like,
that's
insane. It was like 3 years later that I found out you had the same damn name. So I got confused. I was like, "Why is my name what?" And then like I looked through. I'm like, "No way!" I showed my wife, and she was like, "He looks just like you." I'm like, "I know."
Where's the
watch out?
Oh man,
but
he gonna come through one day. Hit me with what's that one shit? It's like the Us.
Right?
Oh,
He's gonna hit me with that
Whoa.
doppelganger and replace me in the band.
there you go. I'm telling you, man. This is the Mirrorverse. This is the white version of you, brother.
Let's see. I had. Is there any unintentional aspect to your style? Was there anything that you, while you were going, you just kind of like accidentally brought some flavor to, and you're like, hey, that actually worked, and like, is that like, what's something that wasn't meant to be there, but now it seems like it's a part of you?
I would say one of the first things is we started the band like back again when I was in high school. We didn't intend on doing like scream vocals, and then it just turned into that because we just wanted to do it. I remember writing "The Message Is Clear," and I think that was the first song where I was like, I want screams on this, and so that's a basic one. But I think also as we went on, because we'll have that DGD comparison, we'll have that Fall of Troy comparison, but for us, we're always trying to like push the envelope in some way, or just like extend off of what our influences are. And I know.
Let me tell you, Sever has an interesting comparison.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I want to know more about your influences. But when I first heard the LP, well, you guys have 2 LPs released. And when I first started delving into your music, I hit the Discogs, I saw what you guys got. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yo, like this sounds like Blink-182 at the top of their pop hype, gang banging the fuck out of Ross Robinson.
Yeah.
As they try to create a progressive rock record.
Yeah. And to me, you're like just a way harder version of a Linkin Park. I'm like, wait a minute. Linkin 182, I see him more Linkin. I don't know.
That's wild, man. I appreciate that for real.
Well, yeah, Linkin Park is for sure an influence, like huge influence.
I got to see them on the Reanimation tour, live.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And I was right there on like the mosh pit floor, but no one was moshing. Everybody was just like in wow of our homie that passed on. So like, oh my God, yo, he's amazing, and we were just vibing. Wifey got jealous because she has said, "I'll sit in the top seats. Don't worry, you enjoy the floor." And when Linkin Park, she's like, "You want to trade places?" I was like, "Oh shit, there's no signal, babe. What?"
Oh no!
Oh man, that's fucking wild. Yeah, Reanimation was like a crazy album. Like it's really important to me. I know, at least personally, I know it's probably as important to the other guys too. But it's like that album was like a remix album that they did extra, right? It was like they had Hybrid Theory, and that was fucking popping, and
of course,
like they could have just sat with that, but they said, no, let's get back in the studio, let's call up all our rapper friends, and let's remix the shit out of this. And that's like exactly like the ethos of what Pulses is. Like we're gonna take all that heavy shit. Let's bring in some other influences here and there. Let's bring in some electronics. Let's bring in some hip hop. Let's bring in some other genres. Other black genres, especially, for us.
When you say electronics, who are you guys' influences on the electronic side? Because I'm a big fan of electronic, and of course, we lost the godfather of house, electronic, and Frankie Knuckles not too long ago, but we also lost like a new gen boss and Avicii not too long ago.
Right.
So it's like, who are your influences on the electronic side?
It's not like I don't do any of the production. That's Matt. Matt handles most of our like production.
Okay.
But I know it's like I love listening to like Daft Punk stuff, like old house stuff.
Royal House is my joint too from back in the day.
I like Glitch Mob is cool. I know it's like me and Matt just talked about Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan. Yeah.
And that's
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Low End. Is that like a joke?
Yeah. I'm about to say,
Lindsay Low End.
Low
so
end.
But it's got like some like kind of new age trap.
Oh, what? So explain, Matt. Give us some of that. Like, what are your influences? And introduce us to this person here.
It really like depends for me on like what kind of song we're trying to make. I feel like because a lot of the time, like when we made like Louisiana Purchase or something, it was like all the electronic influences on that were from like bounce music. So it was like Kevin and Caleb just like funneled that into me, and I was just like, cool, I'm gonna listen to all this. And
did you guys actually visit Louisiana for that joint?
We did not.
We need to,
but we I mean, it's like I've been through the area, but it's just like I've listened to a lot of bounce music over the years, and like especially after that Drake joint was popping, we were just like, bounces in right now. It's like that Drake joint. He had 2 joints that were like kind of bounce influence.
Yeah, Nice for What and In My Feelings.
Yeah, so we were just like, those are popping right now. What if we can we try to mix post-hardcore with that shit? No one's ever done that before, at least as far as
so no recording sessions at Trent Reznor's old Nothing Records studio.
No,
during the
unfortunately,
recording of that, right?
No.
Just need that confirmation.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's where a lot of like, I don't know. I feel like as far as production stuff, I'm more influenced by like hip hop producers or like,
ooh, nice.
Like, I don't know.
Who's your top
like,
3?
Oh man.
Great question. Yes.
I mean Kanye, like just
yes.
Kanye, like everything, you know, he produces.
He's so underrated, man, isn't he? I mean,
yeah.
wasn't it in 2019, 2020? Homie produced 7 albums, one a month.
Yeah.
All like smashers, and no one talks about this. Oh, he's crazy talented is what he is.
Facts, man.
Yeah. I mean, Caleb and Kevin can talk about Kanye way more than me, but like I know like Yeezus was a huge influence on me, like production wise.
Love it.
Trying to think of other producers. I mean, I like Kenny Beats a lot. As far as like newer producers go, I'm like blanking on a third one right now. But
you know that's funny with the Kenny and Kanye comparison because they both have in common Rick Rubin, especially with that Yeezus record.
Yeah,
because Kenny Beats produces for Rick's podcast. So I'm just like, like, you know, when it comes down to your passion for the Kanye West instrumental, are you more post Yeezus or prior to Yeezus? Because post Yeezus, he had a lot more assistance.
Yeah, it really depends. Because like I like the you know sample flipping and stuff that he does earlier on, and like the lush instrumentals of like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and stuff. But then I also just like the weird shit, like the like Yeezus and Pablo, like just the weird, you know, distorted. Like I mean, it was like what was people on Kevin. Caleb, what were people arguing about on Twitter the other day? Like the on-site beat. That beat's great.
Yeah, but that shit's insane.
Yeah, like that's the kind of But I mean, like both of it really. I mean, like everything cross the eras. I mean, they've really like Kevin and Caleb have really just forced me to become a Kanye fan like for the past 2 years because they're like they've been Kanye fans for years and they just were like, yeah, you need to listen to all these albums. And
see, I'm with that club, Caleb and Kevin, because I always tell people don't mind his craziness for a moment. Please be mindful of his artistry. This MFer is like no other.
Right.
I mean, for real, he's so talented. Like, get over his craziness. You know, don't listen to the gossip stuff. And just tune in, yo. Because homie's talented, and I'm glad you look up to cats like that. So do I, man. He's really creative. You know what I mean? All our homies, like Jay. I mean, 20 years since Hova.
Yep.
You know, over the week, 20 made me feel old. I remember jamming to that shit on the club.
For real.
In my 20s. Oh my
I still
God.
put it on. I still put it on.
Of course. Why not?
Classic Motown Jackson flip. How can you not front with Jay telling you to not be like him in the past, but be like him as his, you know, his empire started to ascend.
Went through that, so we don't have to go through that.
I agree, man. Y'all all gonna be the top bosses of this metalcore real soon. So Caleb, man, you know, go ahead. Caleb is there staring at me and his hat, and I get worried. Go ahead, Caleb. Go ahead.
I told you I had millions of questions.
Yes,
let them all.
We got millions of answers.
One about Kanye. I'm concerned now. I need to go back through everything.
Whoa.
Now, I was curious if y'all had any like pre-show rituals, like anything that like you can't help but like, dude, the fucking last time we didn't do this. It didn't go so well, so we need to do this. So, is there anything that in particular stands out?
Caleb,
y'all burning goat manure like Slipknot?
Huh?
Oh, what?
Y'all burning goat manure like Slipknot? Shout out to my people in San Bernardino.
I love it.
Yeah, I got one. It's a pretty simple one. Anytime we got a show in the evening on the day, I'll just go on my Twitter and I'll just tweet out, all right, y'all know the vibes. It's show day. Good vibes only.
Beautiful.
And I do that is like partially as a joke, but also in a serious way of just like, I don't want any sort of negative emotions, whatever I'm feeling for that day, to affect my performance. I could be having a bad day or in a bad mood or whatever, but it's just like, if I just, speak into existence, good vibes only, just hoping to have a good show.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to do, brother. I mean, why not? I remember that, like Wade Boggs back in the day, famous third baseman for the Red Sox, but eventually played for the Yankees. Yeah, all right. But he had a ritual, and he had to eat chicken before each game. For example, me, Al Mega, I would probably light up a blunt before each podcast. To be honest, you know what I mean? What about
That's
you,
funny.
Spaceman? Any habits? What up, Caleb and Kevin? Do you guys have any those pre-rituals? I mean, like Spaceman asks. No.
It's like, I don't know if I have any rituals, because like we join in on the like good vibes only thing now as a crew.
So whatever Matt does, you're like, all right, I'm with
Well,
that.
that's
And
Caleb.
you start
Yeah,
tweeting.
Caleb does all that.
Caleb starts the tweeting, so
Yeah.
Matt starts tweeting, and then Kevin starts tweeting. Oh, everybody join the tweet family.
Oh, you guys are good vibes only. Are you guys about to go to war with Triple X Tentacion's team?
Oh,
Or
no.
bad vibes only?
We
Are going to war?
I have nothing to do with that dude. Nothing to do with his crew at all.
No comment.
Ain't never been for me.
That's actually what drew me to y'all, was the whole entire, like, y'all can have a heavy element without it being geared around hatred or like a negative sense of life, or just even like just being unhappy. It's you can be aggressive, but being in a positive way of like passionate, like you're pushing through, and like even when you don't like hearing people crack their knuckles, like it doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Right, exactly.
You can express yourself, but still be positive about it, and not hurt anybody in the process. And like that's always what kind of like really stuck with me, because like I never left a session of listening to y'all in a like an angry, upset mood. I was always like left in a good, like, just fucking go. Like like I
love that.
Like the vibe, like you're saying, the vibes are there. Like and I can only imagine whenever the hell y'all come to Houston.
I love that.
I imagine the vibes will be there as well.
I love that, Spaceman. So is that purposeful in your music, in your lyricism, in your energy, to provide positive energy to the masses?
Yeah, definitely. And it's not even necessarily like, because we don't always want to. I think there's a such thing as like toxic positivity too, where it's just like we can have, we can feel bad. We can feel bad. Like I've had like the shittiest week. Like they know, like the work week has been like fucking me up. So it's like you can feel bad. It's like those emotions, you have to feel them too.
Hey,
like we can't be 100% positive all the time. But it's like you want to try your best to channel it in a way that's gonna do something. So it's just like, I would say like the EP we just dropped, Speak Less, that was like us channeling negative shit into just saying something so we can get it out, have people know what we're talking about, and then wipe our hands from it.
So is that why it's Speak Less?
Yes.
Like more action, guys. Shut the F up, and like action speaks louder.
Exactly. So it's like we're just here's the shit. We're not talking about it. We're getting it out, and then we're done. It's like we had this negativity that we wanted to let go, and that's okay to do.
No unwasted energy.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Everything can be worked in a way that's gonna go towards a benefit, even if it's not positive. Generally.
Has anybody in your collective read The Alchemist? Are you guys like into transmutation? Because that's what it sounds a lot like. You guys are into the philosophy of transmutation.
I would say like casually. I've never like actually like tried to like look into shit, but it's just like I mean I was like big into psychology in college. Not that I even did anything with it, but it's like I love the study of people and how people behave and how people react within each other and things like that. So like I write a lot of lyrics for the band, so it's like that's where I get to like kind of flex that a little bit.
Right.
Flex that writing muscle, pimp that thing.
Folks, his lyrics are trying to program us. Apparently,
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm only playing.
program you in a good way.
Hey,
Right through
hey,
you, Kevin. Right through you, bud.
listen, when it comes to posters, you guys are definitely on the pulse of what is great energy, great music, great
yeah.
power in what you guys do.
That-
I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Go ahead, Spaceman.
No, yeah, I was just agreeing. Like I always felt like that was the intention with pulses is like you're still alive, you're still going, you're still just
Yes, you're
pulsing.
here, folks,
There's
on
a
Earth.
there's a beat, there's a rhythm, there's something going, there's something keeping you going. You know, there's always someone beating that drum, like keep going forward. That's just me, but
You're right though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm glad you're on the money, and I'm glad we're like, because that's always been the goal, and I'm glad that it's being accomplished, I guess.
You see it,
for
man,
some folks.
especially in our rhetoric. Then great. So, because you guys are doing amazing work. I mean, you guys are gonna be an amazing global presence eventually. Everything it does take its time. I'd rather it take its time because that's when it's something that's going to endure. Because when you become something overnight, that's how long you also last. At least in my opinion. I mean, you guys have been in this game in the business and have had that rise, and people are starting to recognize. So you guys just keep going forward. I love it. So what's like the ultimate dream for you guys? With posters.
You got it, Matt.
Well, I know at least for me, it's just like if we could just do this and be comfortable with it, like that would be cool. Like I don't need to I don't need this to be like the biggest thing in the world or anything. Like I know it's not gonna be just because of the type of music it is, but like
it will be. You nuts! I put you guys out to my daughter, and she was like, "Oh, who are them?" I said, "I'm gonna talk to them later." She's like, "What?" Yeah, kiddo. So she knows this is her jam. So awesome.
But yeah, just just being able to like sustain ourselves off of it would be cool. But even just like getting to the point where we're self-sustainable, which is pretty much where we're at now, is like we can kind of just funnel what we get back into it, which is nice. So it definitely would be cool to get to a point where we can just keep enjoying ourselves doing it, but also like be able to focus all our energy on it. But I don't know, Kevin.
So
Caleb, do you want to add anything to that?
Let me get you here though. Then you were like talking about being able to self-sustain. So
Mhm.
how did you guys kind of were able to figure that out? Because also as singers, you guys are also entrepreneurs. This is a business. Posters is a brand.
Right.
So how did you guys figure out as entrepreneurs to monetize this a bit? Like how do you monetize, if at all, on this?
Well, like at this point, I mean, it took a while before it.
Of course, everything takes time, bro.
Yeah, like I mean, I would say like within like the last years is when it finally kind of like turned over, where we're like, okay, so we put out a record and we made some merch and we made the money back, and now we're like starting to make a little bit, like, and it's not we're like in the black a little bit, but not a lot, but
and not to say also that we're even like pocketing.
No, we're not pocketing it. Like we got band funds, it sits in there, we use it, we put it back in for studio time and other merch and shit.
That's what's important though. You guys are able to at least have the brand name self-sustain itself through that. So like what were the key things you learned in the journey to bring that revenue to at least try to self-sustain? And then a Spaceman is you.
I would say like the things that we learned over time, really just kind of being understanding on the consumer side. And I think a lot of people, when they're kind of starting up, they don't really kind of get that fully, where it's just like, there's like one thing that I read, like I forget where I read it, but it was a while ago. If someone comes up to their show, right, you're selling a $20 shirt, they're like, yo, I only got $10 on. You take the $10. That's it. Like it's not, I know it's a cut. It's half of what you want to make, but that $10 that they're going to give you is still something. And then the $10 that they give you later, or the $20, $30 they give you later because you're a fan and you did that nice thing for them, that's going to remember. They're going to remember.
And not just that, because who could see that T-shirt from their fam? Where can I get one? And now all of a sudden, now you're making some money, and they became someone that at least referred you.
And as well, they can add on to the story. Like, dude, they didn't even question me. I said all I had was 10, and they just gave it to me. So then that just spreads that the good vibe that you're talking about.
The positivity of the family.
Exactly. So it's just like things like that, where it's just like you may not get the monetary thing you need, but you're getting the value, like just being personable. Like, and the personable value, I think, is a lot a thing that a lot of people need to remember more.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, I don't believe that y'all started this band for money. I think y'all started this band.
That's
we
the
would
other
be playing
thing.
pop punk or pop rock.
Yeah, we'd be playing something a lot more accessible if
right. Yeah.
And that's part of it too.
Your passion. You're doing what's in your heart. You're putting it out there, and I think that's way more commendable than like just trying to get on the radio. Like, no, dude, do what makes you happy, and like don't make it a chore. Like, just continue it, and just keep pushing forward. I mean, that's why I've been around listening to y'all. It's just like each time you can tell that there's a piece of your soul in everything that y'all do, and it's apparent, it's strong, and it's encapsulating it. Like it brings you in. And like my wife hates how much I talk about you, so
she's jealous.
Yeah, tell us we said apologies to the wife.
I'm sorry, we should be good, baby.
Just
I'm curious.
My kids keep waving at me. That's why I waved. Because like, hey,
do you guys only distribute through Bandcamp, and do you guys handle distribution completely yourselves in this digital era?
Ooh, where you do?
Bandcamp, we got this other store, Partly Cloudy, that another small company will make on-demand merch for us too. But Bandcamp is like where we really, like focus on most. So that's all us. Like,
how did you discover Bandcamp, and how did you turn that into a tool as you have in your arsenal?
I mean, I think I found Bandcamp like way before I was even in a band. Like,
yeah, it's had to have been at least 10 years.
Yeah,
that we've known about Bandcamp.
Because like I was like trying to find music in the scene, and it's a small scene, or like. It's not, you can't just pop on the radio and listen to Dance Gavin Dance. But
no, you can't.
You not anymore. You might now, but like
in New York back in the day,
so
all the time. That's how I went tickets to Metallica.
Let me Google something. Let me Google like how do I find new bands? Like MySpace was the way, and then
MySpace,
MySpace died out, and then they were like, okay, like check out my Bandcamp because I found like a band that I like. They were like, oh, Bandcamp was okay. This is like down home stuff. People uploading their own shit. Got like. Little search engine to like fine tune your genre and everything like that. So it's honestly like the best tool for.
Oh yeah, like Fall Short picked it up as well. I don't know if you paid attention to that, but they start kicking out all the most recent stuff on there.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful place.
Totally,
it's you can get super underground to like moderately up to into the radio spectrum.
Exactly,
and like it's great. You can type in whatever the hell you want, and it's probably there.
Right.
I've seen some weird things.
So don't front. How fast do those physicals sell out?
They do not sell out that fast at all.
Yeah.
We're like, come on, don't be modest.
I mean, we pressed some vinyl. We still got like our first pressing of like all our records.
You got vinyl, bro? Yes, send me the link. I will buy the vinyl. I want to buy. I want. Wait, if I get it from you guys, I need it signed.
Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just put in a little note and we got you for sure.
Send me the link. I got you. I want to buy it.
If you go to the link, the website that you linked, there's a merch button on the front page right there. Like as soon as you go on the page, and then it shows you Bandcamp right after that. That's
right
where you
there,
go.
Folks.
So
that's site
pulsesva.com, click on the merch one, and then Bandcamp. That's it.
I love it.
And the process for you guys pressing up these records and these cassettes. Can you walk us in the audience through that real quick?
Wait a minute. Wait, Severus, stop. You fucked me up. You fucked me up.
Hey, I love physical work, and Pulse right over here. They are obviously an authentic and hand-stitched band, and they respect physical releases. So as a singer-songwriter myself, I like to, and I'm pretty sure the audience watching this, they fuck with it as well too. So, I would definitely like to hear some more on the pressing process. Do you guys go to a plant or do you guys do it yourselves?
You guys are killing me.
Oh yeah, so you gotta pick up some of the tapes because we got all our records on tape too.
Yeah. I got tape singles from Wu-Tang back.
Oh
in the
my
day.
god!
I mean, I got Shimmy Shimmy tape single.
Yo, that is fire.
Yeah, does it got the remix with E40?
Bro, I got the Wu-Tang Clan Protect Your Neck single on cassette.
God damn.
That's sick.
And I bought this day and date. I mean, Genius, one of my favorite fucking albums, and this is out of the fresh. soundtrack.
That's
I got
wild.
your back, remember? Bro, I'm an old schooler, bro. I mean, I got Killer Army. I even got Raekwon with ice cream on the goddamn
I
single.
remember that. I remember that.
All right, I'm gonna fuck you guys up, man. And Liquid Sword.
Liquid
Sword.
Sword. Liquid Sword.
All right,
Jizza.
man. And the double cassette.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, the instrumentals too.
True. Yeah, we do.
We didn't get a double.
You guys have no idea, man. I even got the Genius first before Wu-Tang.
Oh
Genius.
man.
Wow.
I mean, this guy
With the quill.
Yo, come
You got the
on.
quill in the pizza parchment.
Yeah, bro. Yo, wherepa? You guys no idea. So I'm a Tay fan. So thank you for doing that. I actually still have the first Sony Walkman, and it's in working condition.
Hey.
Oh wow.
Yes,
Nice.
sir.
Yeah, it's a collectible. One day, maybe when I die, my daughter will say, like, this motherfucker had this shit here. I always tell her, like, don't undercut the price, even though I'm dead. Come on.
My mom found out the hard way. I was early 90s, so I was real young. She found out that the flip side of the tape often was the explicit. Yeah. It was DJ Jimmy. It's Jimmy. That was, and then she went into the store, and so when she came back, she's like, no, like, I don't know if you've heard that song. But like 6-year-old me should not have been hearing that.
That's how he got his beard. She slapped him so hard that shit grew instantly.
Sorry, Mama. She did the same thing to back that ass up. Like,
Yo,
and we're back in Louisiana all of a sudden.
Right? Yep. Full circle.
hey,
yeah, full circle, like all the way around.
nah, for real. Do you know how much we were bumping that shit while we were writing Louisiana Purchase?
I can't imagine.
Had to put that ass energy into that song.
Oh man, that's such a solid. Okay, we don't have to get into that, but yeah, that was a good song.
All I'll ask is
That's
during
when
the
Lil Wayne
creative
just popped up, and okay, sorry. Go ahead.
during the creative process, were you involved with that energy?
Of
Oh,
what?
For the physical.
Fight that ass up. Yeah. Did you have some ass backing up on you? That's the question, folks. I'm gonna say it.
What brought that about?
I mean, just the love of the song. I mean, like we would go to the spot, and the DJ would throw that on, and everybody's you know what I'm saying? So we were just like, how can we get that energy on something that we did? You know, we want that.
We need this
you throw it on, and
I love it.
If you have the music video, like just grab all of that energy and try we need to put this into a song.
We've always wanted to do a block party video, but we don't have enough homies yet.
Wait, so how about now though? How many people in your respective hoods know about what y'all do and probably would be willing to do a block party now?
I don't know. I think we probably get a lot more now. Now that I think about it. But I don't know if we could fill it out as like the way they do in like the Kendrick video or stuff like that.
We'd have to do some creative camera angles to make it look like there's some more people there. But
basically, I get it. You gotta do like Donald Trump used to do at the rally.
Yeah,
Look, we're full people. Nah, man, come on. You guys get a bigger crowd than Trump ever could.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You actually brought up something that I actually wanted to ask you because that actually plays directly what I was saying. And typically when you're writing, is there especially when it's like a theme sort, are you doing this? Well, I think I was drunk when I wrote it, but like
I feel
yeah, I was same with like half our songs.
Well, I said silent in a dark closet or or in a coffee shop, but no, just are you listening to something that is dark and moody to bring out that dark and moody side of yourself? Or are you more of just a free range, you hear something that sparks it up and then you write it out? Or what's the general consistent theme that you go about when you're writing in any aspect of it, lyrics, music?
I mean, Matt, you want to go on the music?
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on. I think with songs like Louisiana Purchase, which was like the bounce vibe, or like Exist Warp Breaks, where we're going for like a go-go thing, it's like with that, we're definitely listening to a lot of stuff and like trying to pull like things that we can reference and like sample and stuff. But I mean, then there's other songs where we're just like, we want this vibe to come across. So it won't be like as directly influenced by like listening.
Amused.
But yeah, but then like recently now we've just been like because we're always working on new stuff. We just all go over like where Caleb and Kevin are right now, and we got a bunch of colored lights in there, and just turn all those on and just hang out and try to write something.
Don't do shrooms with those color lights.
Oh
no.
No.
You guys got UVs popping?
Yeah, we got a bunch of different colors in there. I don't know. You guys can.
I don't know if it'll come over.
Yeah, it won't really come through on the thing, but
we got like other light in front for the camera.
I'm jealous. You guys have a room. I have a corner in the garage. So come on. This
That's
shit
real,
looks
though.
good.
It does look good though. It looks good.
Yeah.
I have a corner.
Like we were saying, it's like you gotta play with those angles.
Yeah, that's exactly camera work, folks. That's pictures 101. All right. I love it, bro. All right, so what's headed in the future, man, for you guys? I mean, what's the dream scenario for posters, yo? That's what I want to hear. Like, let's share your dreams, because when you speak your dreams, they happen. So I want to start with the two brothers right here. What is the dream scenario? Speak it to the world, my fellas.
The dream is a cross-country tour, like month-long tour. And see, this is an achievable dream, because I wanted to do that, but it's still a big one. Like, I just haven't seen it for us yet. But a month-long tour with a bunch of homies, a bunch of good times, a bunch of money. No, I'm just messing around. Like a bunch of good times.
A golden throne with
got the Henny bottles popping.
Hey! I know what he wants.
Martin handed me a golden guitar.
He wants the Henny poppers popping. He wants to be, splitting his finger through a thong somewhere. Like, I'm sorry, you got to wait to let me fix that. I get it, guys. You know what? But just speak it onto the earth, man, because you guys are gonna make it happen. What about you, Matt? I want to hear you speak it onto the world. What is the dream?
I mean, mine's pretty much the same. Like, I just want to be able to go on tours and go on tours with other bands that we're close with, and just hang out and have a good time, and be able to
all out.
Yeah, be able to come back and not be broke. That'd be cool,
right?
Oh, that's really it.
Hey, I saw you guys have been a Revolver mag on the
Revolver. Hey,
yeah, I got the Revolver. It's posted up right now on top of the porcelain throne. You know what I'm saying? And I saw you guys have been an ad, and I was just like, hold up, like, who you guys touring with? Do you guys have a dream venue you're trying to go to as well?
Oh, I'm trying to hit Chain Reaction.
Chain
Reaction
over there
sick. In California.
That
would be sick.
Okay, Masquerade. Sure. Back to the West Coast. That's right.
Yeah, Masquerade in Atlanta. Yeah, that's a big one too.
I'm trying to think.
House of Blues, one of them.
Anywhere really, just that size of venue. Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I don't know.
The largest goal.
What's that one? That one out in Arizona or something, like the
Red Rock.
Red Rock.
Oh, Red Rock's will be. It's in Colorado.
Yeah. Colorado, same shit.
Region.
Yeah, in that area. But that's like the top.
That is the coolest venue I've ever been to. I haven't seen a show there, but I've gone during the day, and it's insane.
There's a scout. There's a bar. It's a bar, but it's also like a little stage thing in Houston. Well, it's actually Pasadena area, where it's called the Scout Bar. And I saw Whitechapel there, and I feel like, dude, if y'all were there, it's real close and personal. It's right there, and it's solid. And this isn't early stage Whitechapel. This is they're still pretty prominent. And so, dude, but it's so close and personal. Well, actually, Wayne Static was supposed to play. But he died right before. It literally was 2 months before he was coming to Houston.
Damn.
But dude, I'm telling you, if y'all could do that, if you want me to, I'll try that. I'll
I mean, hey, put a good word.
I'm not a proud man. I'll go big.
Texas is definitely one of the very closer goals, I guess. We're definitely trying to make Texas happen. So
dude, y'all can hit so many damn cities in this place.
Yeah.
We got family down there.
Yeah. I think Matt is the only one of the four of us that doesn't. Do you have some?
I have some family down there, but I'm not super close with them. So Not like
So we
like
all
with-
got
Can you
family.
be
Yeah.
close to them?
That means
Probably.
no-
yeah.
right? That means no free hotel, no free
Yeah.
room
Yeah,
and
they'll
board.
save
Come
you
on,
some
guy.
money, man.
But like they were saying, it's like both of them have family there, obviously, since they're related, and then David, our bass player, has family there as well. So
Hey,
we
whoa,
definitely got
so
places.
y'all have family in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure we're not?
Watch your mouth.
Wait, you said
Gonna come for that
Houston,
publishing
right?
money.
Yeah, they in Houston.
You
Some
said
of them in
Houston? Yeah, so on our mom's side, all that extended family is over in Dallas, and then on my dad's side, all of them are over in Houston.
Oh, for real?
Let
Yeah.
me see. I could see the relation, except that White Taylor has all the hair on his face as opposed to you having it on his head, on your head. You know what I mean?
I can't escape the hillbilly side of myself. It's just there. It's I just gotta go with it, you know. Like, just,
Hey, you're rocking it.
Yeah, no.
You're
All right.
rocking
I'm
it.
curious, can you guys expound upon that tour you'll be going on
Yes,
with
yes,
Fever
several good
33? Well, Fever Trip 30 and the rest of those cats, you know what I'm saying? Because it looks pretty heavy.
I wish we were.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we
Definitely.
are not going on tour with them. We're playing
What
Blue Ridge
happened?
Rock Festival. That's the one thing we're doing with
Oh,
Fever
yeah.
333. Blue Ridge is gonna be like our biggest stage that we've played on. We'll be
Yeah.
playing the main stage on Thursday.
Yeah, they
That's
they
gonna be
fucked
sick.
they
That'll
fucked
be
up
this
and moved us to
Thursday?
main stage.
Not
No.
this Thursday. What is it? Like the
No, we're playing September 9th.
September 9th. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's coming up. That's in Danville, Virginia.
So how you
Pretty
guys
big.
feel about that?
Profit.
That's your biggest stage. How do you guys feel? Y'all ready? Y'all
Yeah.
ready? Come on.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
ready. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to show out. I'm ready to act the fool. I'm ready to play some too.
It's like,
Yeah.
especially
Do it.
because originally we weren't gonna be on there, but then all of a sudden we just got an email from them and be like, "Hey, things happen. We're rescheduling people. You're gonna play main stage now." We were just like,
Man,
"Oh shit!"
you're like,
Oh, that's what's
okay,
up.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
But it's just
I'm
like,
gonna throw up real quick, but yeah, it's fine.
yeah,
as soon as you said no problem, you're like, oh shit. Do it, yo. God
When it-
damn.
but it's just like I'm ready for that because, like I was telling them the other day, because Matt's girlfriend Sammy will be taking photos for us, and I'm trying to wonder if there is gonna be like jumbotron screens on the side because main stage.
Of course, bro. Of course
So,
there is. Where your
All
best?
I know, to bring it back to Kanye, I need that picture of me standing on the stage with the jumbotron on the back and hitting that devil in a new dress line. Hard to be humble when I'm
Hey!
stunting on a jumbotron.
Bruh.
Stunt,
You gonna have a
stunt.
floating stage too?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Nah,
aiming
man,
for?
I wish.
Yeah.
We gotta fly out the venue.
I love it.
Hey Matt,
love it.
they said that your girlfriend's gonna be taking photos and stuff.
Mhm.
You think y'all could send that to me and I can just push that to Scout Bar, right? And then we can just start flooding their emails and they're like, dude,
Spaceman is gonna
Start
be
hitting that
I have
EPK.
a residency in Texas.
I will hit up
Fuck
every
around with
damn
Spaceman. Y'all
club
have a
in Houston
residency there.
until y'all come here.
I'll be down.
All right.
I would
I
be
just want to
down.
say this. It seems that Spaceman has turned into Pimp Man. He's like, I'm gonna pimp you guys over here. I got you. Hey, I'm gonna get him this fish tank shoes and everything.
Give them a Cadillac.
Oh my god.
You guys will go for the Cadillac deal?
Wait, what's your favorite color, Cadillac? We gotta make sure that's in your favorite color.
That's true.
What's
I
your
was thinking
favorite?
like Big Worm.
Oh, big word with the perm. You know what, bro? If I could see Matt in a perm, that'll make my day right now.
I love all that.
You got that long hair. You got it.
Yeah.
Kid. Hey, bro,
I
look, I'm
know.
not hiding my shit. I'm old, but I
Hey,
There
let's
you go.
I'm
Oh,
looking
yeah.
like the Beetlejuice motherfucker right now. But yeah, but I can still do it.
Oh my god. That's super funny.
That's
Oh,
wild.
man.
Now, you guys have been amazing, man. So, yo, for real,
Likewise, man. Thank you.
Spaceman, do you have any further questions for this amazing group?
No, I guess I'll go through it real quick.
Yeah, do it. Let's do a rapid
Yeah.
fire round.
Yeah.
Okay. So as soon as you answer, I'm going to the next one.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
I guess y'all can go Kevin, Caleb, Matt, right?
Let's do
All
it.
right,
So,
Yeah,
Alright.
just-
go.
What's your preferred set list?
The one that we're playing at Blue Ridge.
All right.
Go to Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
Who's the dream to open for?
Oh shit, Kanye.
Kanye.
Love it.
Yeah.
Matt.
I kind of asked this earlier, but when writing the music or lyrics, is there anything in particular you always listen to, or is it always different depending on what the mood is you're trying to portray?
Yeah, I think it's always different, honestly. Really, a lot of the time we're just like, oh, we want to make a song that sounds like this, and then we listen to a bunch of that, and then
like something that bring in that fire that reads it along.
Yeah, I mean, there's like some constants, like Fall of Troy, Thursday, Glassjaw, those kinds of things are like things that we're always listening to, but like for the post-hardcore influence, but specifics change song to song. So,
gotcha.
Well, since you guys are heavy on the Daft Punk, how about you guys listen to that Instant Crush? You know what I'm saying? Off the Random Access Memory.
That's a joint right
some
there.
Of that heat.
That's the joint.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we're gonna work something in like that.
Yeah,
actually,
we just started working on a song the other day that Caleb was like, "All right, this kind of sounds like Daft Punk. Let's do it." And I was like, "All right, cool."
Well,
yeah,
that's coming.
I love the experimentation, fellas.
Yeah.
So you feel like your style is starting to drift towards that?
I don't really know.
Yeah,
it's kind of wherever it kind of
go with it.
Is.
Yeah. Go with the waves, guys. Go with
exactly.
the waves.
Yeah.
That's what God
not
intended.
upset. I'm not complaining. Like you keep on bringing up Louisiana Purchase. Like every time I hear that song, it's just like, damn. Like
there's definitely gonna be more of that.
Yeah, definitely more of that.
I will say with that one in particular, because I feel this way. At least I think all of us do. Is just like Louisiana Purchase feels very emblematic of us and Pulses. And unique to us, and I think we want to try and carry that energy into the rest of our material, in different directions still, of course, because we always want to be experimenting, but that was where we felt like we had our own footing.
That's what makes the greatest bands, man. I mean, I also saw the Mars Volts alive with System of a Down, and they did
both of them great.
Yo, Mars Volta did a 45-minute non-stop set, no breaks. They just went straight. They started and 45 minutes. I'm like, I gotta pee, but I can't leave.
Yeah,
shit, they haven't
That's
stopped.
Wild,
They're amazing, and you guys could even be above them. I mean, you guys are incredible. Your energy, your musicality, your energy, it's special. It's wonderful. So, Sever, do you have any last questions for the big homies here?
I'm curious. Since this podcast is being brought to you guys by the editorial of Comic Crusaders, are you guys into the comic book culture? What comic books are you guys reading right now?
I'm not like, I need to read comics more because I really like this. Probably to someone who's into comics sounds not as cool, but I don't know. I'm really into like Marvel, like the movies and stuff, and I've gotten more into like looking into like all the lore and stuff that comes from the comics, but I haven't actually read a ton of them. But I am like, I mean, I have a big, huge Marvel thing above my computer that y'all can't see, but yeah, so like I'm into that. I need to start reading the Star Wars comics too because I'm really into Star Wars stuff. But
I recommend the Greg Pak run of Darth Vader. You'll love it.
And if you ask my boy Ziggy on Comic Crusaders, I mean, the whole High Republic joint is fire right now.
Yeah, so. I need to read the comics for that. I've been listening to some of the books from it, like on Audible, and they're sick. But I need to like dive a little deeper. But
yeah, man, own those first appearances. Feel like a nerd. Like, look what I got, folks. You know what I mean? Shout out to you your A-Stack Comics UK. 1 year anniversary. This is our boy from Comic Crusaders. Nice. And 1 year ago, he picked my brain and he made something happen. So God bless you, my brother. 1 year anniversary.
Hey,
like I've never been into comic books, but my boy on Twitter, he's like super into comic books, and I know like he was collecting this series that I was like, you know what, that might make me start. Back when they were doing the hip hop variants for superheroes.
Okay. Listen,
that shit was the coolest shit I done seen.
All right,
Natasha Bustos' Big Pun joint. That's my favorite one. That one or Bill Sienkiewicz' Prodigy joint with Venom and Albert Einstein.
Sever, allow me to introduce these guys to an amazing comic book. Then, I want to leave the show with you for this. So, you if you like comic books, but you also love music, and apparently you love hip hop, please check out Ed Pisker's Hip Hop Family. It is the origin of hip hops done in comic book form.
All right, that's
fire.
Yo, you have no idea how amazing this whole. I mean, it's starting from Grandmaster all the way to now.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a history lesson in comic book form.
That's thick.
You will love it. Yo, shout out to Fancy Graphics and Ed Pisker. I interviewed him not too long ago, and he's doing a comic book called Red Room. So now, if you love horror,
all right,
like, and if you love anthology style horror, so Red Room is the joint for you. Ed Pisker is the man. He loves hip hop. He loves horror. There's a man that's after our hearts, yo. Just like Posters is, just like Posters. Ed Pisker's on the post because Posters is it. I mean, you guys got my heartbeat pumping. You know what I mean? My post is like fucking over the roof, going into high blood pressure. I want to start throwing elbows. I want to start throwing knees. I want to start jumping. But then I also want to feel good because one of my favorite jams that you did, yo, and I had to write it down. Absence of evidence, bold new taste. Just the way you start that off, and then all of a sudden, that's how I'll make her feel every day. I wake up in the morning, all fucking flowers and butterflies, and come 10 o'clock, I'm like, come on, bro. So I motherfucking loved it, yo. You guys have an extreme energy and extreme passion and extreme talent. God bless you guys, yo. And I know I've been showing it off nonstop. So let's just show it off once again and let people know where they could follow you, right? Yep. So first off, please visit their website. It's Posters VA, very easy, folks. I mean, homies are smart. When I tell people about, entrepreneurship, the first thing I tell them is secure your name on all platforms. Let me tell you, these guys are no joke. They impressed the shit out of me. They're like, Posters VA everywhere. I love it. So homies are on the post of entrepreneurship and of course, musicality. But of course, you also follow them on social, also at Posters VA on all platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I mean, these guys have some great energy. And please, follow my extended family. My two big homies over here. Caleb Taylor, no relation. All right. My man, Space. That's why we put AKA Spaceman. So, you're not following the band member. You're following my Crusader at Caleb Taylor 1.
Follow them both, though.
And then sever the board right there. All right. But of course, guys, I need you guys to tell me because that's on y'all personal. So I'm always going to share the band stuff. But if folks wanted to reach out to you, just like say, I love how you sing. I love how you produce. I love how you play bass. I love how you play drums. Like, where can they reach each and every one of you? And let's start with the two homies right here, Caleb and Kevin, por favor.
So you can find me on most anything at Antiquation. That's ANTIQATION.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You can find me most on Twitter. So you can find me at Internal Divide.
Internal Divide. Go ahead, Matt.
That's fire.
I love it.
Bless, thank you. I'm glad my gamer tag from 2009 still holds up.
Hey, wait. Before even Matt starts, do you know that Al Mega's name what came through Rock Band, the video game?
That's where we started.
I was battling somebody from Georgia, some girl. And she goes, "What's your name?" I didn't want to say my real name. And for some odd reason, I had biblical things in my head calling about the Alpha and the Omega. I said, "Oh shit, Al Mega! I am the beginning of the end of rock and roll. I'm Al Mega." And that shit sucks since then.
That gaming is really pushing you guys up through the evolutional spectrum. That's what's up.
Hey, right?
My spaceman name isn't nearly as well. I was just really high at school and we were playing hacky sack, and I was moving too small, too short. I mean, too short. Jesus, too slow. And so they were also too high to think of astronaut, and they're like, he's like a spaceman.
Defining the concept of gravity.
Like a 1 week thing that lasted, but I do move slow. So
it's a good story.
So where can we find Matt?
Hold on, that one tight.
Yeah, mine's just M Burridge Music at wherever you know. So MBURRIDGE Music.
There we go, folks. You gotta follow this amazing band. Show them the support. I mean, these guys are truly talented, amazing. They're gonna fire you up with not negative, but very positive energy to get you through your day. So, as always, I always like to give people their flowers while they're here, of course. So I want to thank you guys for the entertainment, for, being brave enough, if you will, to share your talent your voices and your message with us. Thank you so much.
Thank
God,
you.
many blessings on your journey. I truly believe that you guys will make it huge. And when you guys do, please don't forget the old Comic Crusaders.
We won't.
And come back
not.
so we still talk about those Grammys you won and everything you're gonna win in the future. It's gonna happen.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be a sweep.
We'll be back
Yes.
whenever you want us back.
Yes, but thank you so much for the kind words and having us on.
Thanks for the conversation.
I wanted to point this out before it went away, but Alhead came and said he's wanting to expand his just everything that's coming into his company and stuff, and he's getting into music. And my first thought was y'all, because I don't understand how y'all aren't more than because it's not. That's what I told him. I was like, dude, it's weird because they're underground, but when you listen to the music, there's no reason. It's so catchy, it's so good, and it's I never listened to a song and I was just like, okay, and skipped on or something. It was always something about it. It took me 2 listens to, but when Kevin was doing that that slow talk thing, the first time I was like, this is weird. And the second time I heard it, I was like, I kind of like that.
You got a romantic. Wait a minute, what's going on?
Hey,
the Barry White stuff going on right there. Let me talk to Barry right now.
Take back the Motown.
I think that y'all are great. I think y'all most certainly deserve so much more, and I really feel y'all are gonna get there because y'all the fucking talent's there. So I just need hopefully this cast we can get somebody to see y'all and just put y'all all over this damn place because I'd like to think I have good taste. So prove me right.
Persistence is key. We'll get that.
Yeah, it's just that's been our whole thing. We're always just trying to do things our own way that we feel is right. Always just trying to grind. So just we're gonna keep on keeping on.
Keep grinding, brother.
It's not a chore. Keep it happy, keep it good, keep it something you love. Exactly. And I think that y'all done that. If you watch a multitude of bands, you can see when they lost the love in it, and y'all really haven't. And it's just I was actually worried because Matt coming in oh shit, new guy, what's he gonna bring to the table and stuff, and no, y'all just kept at it, and then each album after that just kind of damn dude, y'all just kept trucking. You just kept raising that damn bar, and I live by that motto as well. You go each day trying to be better than you were the day before, and I think that y'all are the embodiment of just trying to be well, we were garbage yesterday. Let's fucking, so,
absolutely.
It's just I think that you're a 10 out of 10, but then the next song comes out and well, fuck, I can't go. Okay, so this one's 9.
Yeah, man.
I'm so glad that you gotta adjust the scale,
right? And it doesn't. I'm a really particular person, so so for for y'all to hit me that way, it really actually means a lot to me because it just means that y'all obviously put so much into your work and so much effort, so much love, and so much just your hearts are out there, man. And it's just I want it out there. I want y'all to get going, get popping. Yeah, that show that I didn't even have to show him anything. I just said, "Hey, Pulses," and he was like, "Yeah, I'll check it out." And then he's showing me songs. I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm listening."
It's just it really means a lot to us too.
Yeah, appreciate it so much, man.
Really good.
No problem, guys. So with that, thank you, Caleb, Kevin, Matt, Spaceman, Seva. I'm Al Mega. Make sure to visit us at comiccrusaders.com, undercovercapes.com. And please, again, I'm going to show it for one last time, folks. Put this shit as your favorite right there. Postsva.com. Check out everything they got going on. Check out their schedule. See when they come into your town. Buy. That's right.
The merch is physical right there on the Bandcamp.
Yeah, man. And not just that, but show the love and tell them how much you appreciate them. At PostsVA on all social media platforms. Yeah. Thank you again for tuning in, guys. Much love. And thank you to my Crusaders for you joining me tonight. And being co-pilots. You guys effing rock. I'm Al Mega. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. ¡Huepa!